Raised on a dairy farm along with his 3 brothers, 2 sisters, and a cousin, Rod Nilsestuen learned the value of cooperation at an early age. His father was founding chair of the first interactive cable co-op in the country, and his grandfather was on the founding board of one of the first major diversified co-ops in the Midwest. This first-hand exposure to the power of cooperatives to change lives had a deep impact on Rod. After graduating from high school in 1966, Rod attended the University of Wisconsin River Falls, where his leadership savvy began to emerge. He served as student body president and negotiated better meal contracts in the cafeteria, eliminated dorm curfews for women, and instituted a code of student rights. Perhaps it was this deep involvement that explains why he had 27 hours of incompletes at graduation, setting a school record that, by the way, reportedly still holds today. More importantly, it was here that he met Carol Dombrock, who he married just a few months after graduation. Carol's modest teaching salary put Rod through law school, where he was president of the United Council of Student Governments. He graduated in 1974, and after a brief stint with his hometown law firm, headed the district staff of Congressman Al Baldus for 3 years. In 1978, Rod joined the Wisconsin Federation of Cooperatives as its CEO, and for the next 24 years poured his energy into building it into what is now considered the strongest state co-op association in the country. A key to Rod's success was cooperation among cooperatives. Right from the start, Rod reached out to all co-op sectors and convinced them that a single, united cooperative voice was the best way to consistently achieve their legislative and educational goals. He was tremendously successful. For instance, the formal partnership he fashioned between WFC and the state's Credit Union League led to the modernization of Wisconsin's credit union statute and a host of common legislative initiatives. His leadership in unifying WFC and the Wisconsin Electrical Cooperative Association created the political power to address deregulation, and his efforts to integrate WFC and the Minnesota Association of Cooperatives has led to a strong regional alliance. Wisconsin's dairy farmers have also benefited from Rod's coalition-building skills. Not only was he pivotal in creating the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board and building it into a premier marketing program, but he also helped establish the Midwest Dairy Coalition, the Center for Dairy Profitability, the Center for Dairy Research, Dairy 2020, and the Governor's Commission on Agriculture. All have had significant impacts. Legislatively, Rod has been equally effective, attracting a quality staff and building WFC into a legislative force which consistently achieves a broad agenda of legislative and policy goals. In addition, he has championed co-op development and education by building a strong relationship with the University of Wisconsin and its Center for Cooperatives, and by creating Cooperative Development Services, a groundbreaking organization that has helped hundreds of co-op development projects throughout the Midwest and nation. As a result, communities and people have many services that they lacked before. Rod's talents have not been limited to the Midwest. He's been a dynamic leader with the National Cooperative Business Association for more than 20 years, serving in many posts, including as its chair from 1990 to 1992. He has also been an engaged leader with the National Council of Farmer Cooperatives, the Cooperative Foundation, the Association of Cooperative Educators, and the National Conference of State Cooperative Councils, to name but a few. In each case, he has helped remake these groups into more active and effective organizations. Perhaps nowhere has Rod's influence been so clear as in cooperative development. The nation's co-op development program has been profoundly shaped by Rod's leadership and advocacy. His deep belief that cooperatives are important tools for meeting the needs of ordinary people led him to become the founding chair of the National Rural Cooperative Development Task Force, a coalition of more than 100 co-op groups from across the country. His efforts with the task force resulted in a major federal investment in cooperative development and the creation of hundreds of co-op development projects in our nation's communities. In fact, Cooperation Works, a national network of 17 co-op development centers, stemmed from this effort. Clearly, Rod is a strategic thinker who takes on very serious and challenging issues. But don't let it be said that Rod is a serious kind of guy. He has a terrific sense of humor and doesn't hesitate to use it to help motivate others to accomplish the co-op agenda. He is both creative and energetic in all that he does. Rod brings this same energy to his personal life as well. He is very much a family man who is involved in the lives of Carol and their 3 sons, Joel, Mark, and Ryan. One of the yearly highlights for the Nilsestuens is their work with Habitat for Humanity. For 7 years, they have led a team from their church to build houses in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. These efforts have built houses for people in need, as well as an important extended family for the Nilsestuens. And although hardworking, Rod is commonly known as the biggest kid in his group of friends and neighbors, often playing hide-and-seek with the little ones, taking kids on hay rides and horseback rides, and challenging high school kids to try to beat the old guy at buckets. Forever a farm kid, Rod truly loves the outdoors and is most alive and happy while outside. When he is in need of revitalization or perspective, simply working on the farm, camping on the Lake Superior shore, or hiking in the woods is all he needs to again feel right with his universe. Early this year, Rod was named by Wisconsin's Governor Doyle as the new Secretary of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. This elevation to a senior cabinet position further demonstrates the wide recognition and respect for Rod's intellect, honesty, integrity, and leadership talents. Time and again, Rod Nilsestuen has shown that he is a true believer in the value of cooperation. He is a visionary, an advocate, a coalition builder, and a leader in the truest sense of the word. His deep commitment to cooperatives and the people who own and control them has been his driving passion. His efforts are legendary, and it is clear that the impact of his work will be evident for years to come, a true cooperative legacy. We are therefore delighted to welcome him tonight as perhaps the youngest person ever inducted into the Cooperative Hall of Fame.